So Mario Barrios and Abel Ramos fight it out to a draw. It turned out to be the best fight of the night, man. I mean, one of the best fights of the night. Absolute banger, excellent fight. You get two Mexicans, you know what you're gonna get. You gonna get a banger, man, for the most part. I will say that. Barrios, WBC. He's the WBC champion, and one thing I will say about Barrios, man, he will bring it. But the big problem with Mario Barrios, I've always said, is his minimal to no hand movement. He don't really have the footwork. Especially the hand movement, man. He just don't have it, bro. He gets himself into a lot of unnecessary wars. That's because he don't really have the footwork to really evade a lot of stuff. He don't have that stamina and stuff like that. But in almost every fight he's in, he gets a cookie on his eye. Something would get busted up. I mean, I get it. You want to give the fans what they want, but goddamn, bro, shit. I mean, when you get fighters like that, like two come forward dudes, you're not gonna really see much clinching. You're not gonna see a lot of evading of punches. So the end result to that is you're gonna see a lot of black eyes, bruised up faces, scratched up faces. And then especially Mario Barrios, he's fighting the Abel Ramos, who's known for his power, very sneaky power. Don't have to generate it, by overloading punches. He just has that power, man. And Barrios knocked him down early on in the fight, but then he got knocked down and hurt in the 6th round. It's always just, most of Barrios' fights is like that, bro. That's just the way he is. Especially like the Keith Thurman fight. He gets stunned and he does this little, tank for him. He does this. I can't explain this little gallop that he does every time he gets hurt. It's just crazy. But he's now, I'm pretty sure he was already WBC champ, right? Because I've seen people say, "Oh, now he's the WBC champion," but he's always been the champ. I think he was elevated already, if I'm not mistaken. So he just pretty much retained it and he defended it against Ramos. I'm not sure what happened with the Boots fight. That would have been a good unification fight. But I always said, man, I think Mario Barrios, he's the weakest out of those 4 champs. Boots, Stanionis, Brian Norman Jr., and Barrios. Barrios is the weakest link. Good fighter, though. He will fight you. He ain't no punk. He will bring it to you. But, he doesn't, against these other dudes, man, you got to be more crafty than that, bro. He's not going to last long against Brian Norman Jr. fighting like this. He's not going to last long against Boots or Stanionis. Stanionis would probably be the easiest fight for him. But I think all of them beat him. And probably by knockout, too. That's not taken away from Barrios. It's I'm just calling it the way I see it. I think all 3 of the other champions in the division stops him. But he's going to give him a good fight, though. He's going to bring it to him, while it lasts. You feel me? So, but what's next for Barrios? A lot of people are saying maybe a rematch with Ramos. He said he don't mind the rematch. He just want to sit down, enjoy his daughter a little bit, and then talk with his team, and then we see where we go from there. But I don't really see no it's a draw. I get it. But, I want to see him unify, man. I want to see the Boots fight. But I don't think the Boots fight is going to happen because according to, like I said, Eddie Hearn, Gerard Ennis will be going up to 154 pounds, so he'll probably vacate the IBF belt, and then somebody will scrap for that belt, and, it'll be another champion coming up in the division. But 147 is a little iffy right now. It's like semi-wet. Kind of leaning towards dry. But what's next for Barrios, what I think should be next, try to line it up. Brian Norman's about to fight, so let's get the Stanionis fight. I think Jayasov. So Barrios is reduced to pretty much right now, bro. All the champions is pretty much a no-go. So All Barrios really got is probably a rematch and maybe some title defenses, some with some mid-level fighters. I got to go back and look at the rankings, but I mean, he's an okay fighter, bro. Mario Barrios is an okay fighter. Azteca can fight, but he just don't have. He ain't it, bro. He just ain't it, especially at welterweight. So we will see what happens next. More than likely, I don't think a direct rematch is going to be next for Barrios. I could see him maybe, like I said, if I go back to the rankings and check. In fact, let me pull the rankings up real quick. So down at the welterweight division, under the WBC rankings, I mean, we got Soliman Sissoko. I can't even pronounce that shit. Sissoko. I don't even know who that is. Conor Benn is ranked 2. But I think Conor Benn is supposed to be fighting soon. I think he's, I don't know if it's Chris Eubanks or somebody, but I think Conor Benn is supposed to be fighting somebody. I can't recall who it is. How about make a fight with Mean Machine? You know what's strange about that? Why aren't these dudes fighting Kavaliauskas, man? I'd like to see Boots. I would have loved to have seen Boots fight Kavaliauskas, man, to see how that would have turned out. But that's a good fight for Barrios. Mean Machine. I wouldn't even say Jamal James. How about give him a Lexus Roca, Giovanni Santin? Give him them 2 dudes down at the 9 and 10th rankings. Give him them dudes. Raul Cruriel, don't know who that is either. Jin Sasaki, that'd be a good one. So like I would say maybe Mean Machine for sure. That would be a good fight for Barrios. Mean Machine, Jin Sasaki. I don't even want to say Jamal James. Like I said, Alexis Roca and Giovanni Santin. Don't be surprised if it be one of those fights that Barrios end up fighting next. All right. I mean, that's just in the WBC rankings. I don't really want to talk about the other dudes and the other rankings because some of them it's the same. It's the same, but I don't. That's where his career. That's where Mario Barrios' career is going to peak at. It's going to peak at 147. He just was elevated that belt, so that belt was elevated to him. So I didn't see him beating none of these champions to get their belt. I just don't see it, man. No knock on the bro. I just don't see it, man. But we will see what is next for Mario Barrios. Thanks for giving us a banging fight. One of the best ones of the night, man. That's one thing you can count on. When you get a Mario Barrios, you're going to get a good fight. But damn, man, at what cost to him, though? Shit. His face he just be in some brutal fights. And a lot, I guess, unnecessarily, though, but at least learn some hand movement. God damn. But anyway, man, let me know what you think about that fight. Who's next for Barrios and where's he head from here? This is Rebel Life Boxing. Thanks for listening. Catch y'all in the next one.